Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Sun's out, washing machine's going flat out. Going to go and get some vitamin D shortly. Absolutely lovely day. Heart going out to those in Brazil and Houston and wherever those tornadoes in the US are touching down. And just want to mention after yesterday's video about Boeing, the largest shareholders in Boeing are Vanguard and BlackRock. Where have we heard those names before? And Boeing is not just about the commercial flights that you and I take. They're very, very much entwined in military contracts, etc. Okay, what I want to have a look at. Oh, yes, one of my lovely viewers let me know, well, actually, several of my lovely viewers let me know that Donald was fined again today. Yesterday's reading did have him being fined again and then having a few hours in a jail cell if he crosses the line. So let's see how that plays. What I want to have a look at is a vision I had the other day. Oh, yeah, Trumpy crossing the line. Yeah, he might not like what's coming for him. Vision I had a couple of days ago. I was thinking about the upcoming election in the US, and I got the clearest vision of it was almost like an ink stain, a blue ink stain, uh, taking over two-thirds of the seats in the Congress. You know how when they show on the during election night, I don't know if they do in the US, but they do in Australia, they sort of show, all these seats in a circle, and then there's they show how many have been won by a certain party and how many, and then the gap in the middle that they're all fighting it out. I got the clearest vision of two-thirds of those seats being blue in the House. So I want to have a look to see how was that vision correct. So I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale. I use it for all my readings today. It's a poor old beat up deck, but I've got a birthday coming up soon, so I might shout myself to a new one. Okay, that card wanted to come out, and that card wanted to come out. Yeah, it is still in play. Oh, sun just went behind a cloud. Um, Very much about disenfranchised voters. The ship hasn't come into port, it's still in play in regards to the government. But let's have a look. Show me with my vision. Is my vision, how's that vision? I saw just the energies behind the vision. I saw two-thirds. I saw two-thirds being, that one on top being blue. Come on down, let's have a look. Okay. Right. Well, first card out, the Lover's card. This is about the rise of the feminine and the depletion of the patriarchal, win at any cost, toxic masculinity. I'm not talking about men here. I'm talking about the different energies. This is very much about the fading of the control, rule rather than represent. Whereas the rise of the feminine is very much about community, compassion, etc. Okay, going to be challenged by lies and trying to steal the election. I just did a reading on the RNC filing lawsuits to try and stop counting. Oh, please. They're already signalling that they're going to, that there's going of fraud in the election. I have no idea. I'm talking about dozens and dozens and dozens of lawsuits in regards to the last election that proved there was no fraud, there was no cheating. In fact, the only ones that got caught frauding tended to be Republicans. But yeah, this is going to be the challenge: is disinformation, lies, deceit, betrayal. The fox and the hen house type thing. Okay, the energies behind the scenes. We've got, again, contrasting energy, oligarchical money versus compassion, working together, bipartisan strength. Let's see how we go. So the energies of the vision that I saw. Okay. Two of Cups. So again, oligarchical money, contracts and agreements. dealings behind the scenes, see where this goes. However, we have here out of the Strength card, the Justice for those that are most vulnerable. So I think this RNC ruling is going to be quite important. Go and have a look at that video if you want to. I do separate videos so you can pick and choose, but I'm getting vibes from that coming over onto here. The strength of the feminine, the strength of community, the strength of empathy and compassion for those that are most vulnerable. And that's women, that's potentially the elderly, the disabled, um, minority groups, etc. If you haven't read it, I did put on my community page a link to a Time article where Trump was telling you exactly what he was telling you. And one of them is that if he became president again, he would give the states rights to monitor women's pregnancies. Oh my goodness. Talk about Handmaid's Tale stuff. Goodness me, goodness me. Like, please. Anyhow, he can't say he's not telling you what he's telling you. Okay, the karma hanging over this is, well, it's in flux. Ship trying to get into port in difficult seas, in the face of dubious money dealings in the government. Oh boy, but what's the outcome, right? The swords. Oh, goodness me. Okay, thank you. I feel better about that now. Because I'm going to put that up there. This win at any cost control is in retreat and is going to be restricted. We've got the Hanged Man. Different point of view. It's very possible that these dudes are going to be stopped, money shaken out. And here we've got the voter, so I'm going to grab one more card for the voter themselves. Yes, they're bringing forth the truth. The youth vote, so important. And part of that truth is also the protests that are going on at the universities. What's happening is the authorities are finding that the majority of those that they arrest have no association with the universities at all. They've been bussed in, basically. So there is this determination of truth coming forward. Okay, I'll have a look at this slightly differently. Let's have a look. How will the Democrats go? So this is very much, it's in flux, it's in play at the moment. There's lies, there's disinformation. However, it looks like this truth being brought forward for the Republicans, the GOP. This image, how is this election, the November election? Vote like your life depends on it, because trust me, it does. How is this November election going to play out for the Democrats? Now, I'm not saying the Democrats are pure and honest. There's a Democrat down in Texas that has been charged by the FBI, I believe, for snitching, lining his own pockets fraudulently. I don't care where they come from. But of course, then the Republicans have leapt on that as if their own people aren't doing the same. But let's have a look. Doesn't justify what this guy in Texas has done, but the irony is just head shaking. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. How is the November election going to go for the Democratic Party, the Progressive Party? I see more AOC types getting in. Okay, thank you. I just saw Bernie feeling like he can hand over the baton. That's interesting. Okay. I'm not saying he's not going to run. I just feel like that he feels like there is enough that come in that he can finally hand over the baton. Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Okay. The Chariot, movement forward, progressive movement forward, but it is slow, it is cumbersome. It's not, for me, it's not quick in this particular deck because the Gilded Tarot Royale, because we've got the two horses drawing, well, the two sphinxes here are made of stone. So it is, but it is progress forward and it is time. Absolutely, it is time. The wheel is turning. Two major arcana. Is it going to go well for the Democrats? Yes, yes. Yeah, there is an a truth that can no longer be denied here. And I've got the soaring eagle in the background here. There is just a truth that can no longer be denied. Okay, in the past, it is about the disenfranchised, the votes, the justice being brought for the disenfranchised. And here's Biden. So, yeah, going to get back in. Um, there's just going to be undeniable truth that comes forward. And it's going to be really powerful. Now, I know there's a lot that are angry at the fact that the US is still theoretically supplying to Israel, given what has all happened. What is being supplied was government contracted. Biden would rather absolutely throw that in the bin, but he can't. Legally, he's bound. So it is just let things play out there for a while. Okay, another major arcana, seeing from a different point, the immediate future, things being seen from a different point of view as certain people are strung up and money's been shook out. We've got the voter here. These are big cards. Externally, the voter, and internally, the voter, seeing the truth for what it is, and they're looking mightily not impressed by what had been spun. Yeah, it is bringing about a complete and utter shake-up. The king, the one that would like to set himself up as king, is finding his crown exploded off the top of the tower, and it is a massive shake-up. Okay, Biden is going to be offered the ability to have control. It's here on offer. What can you, I'm getting clear, I'm hearing, what can you do with it? We've given you this, show us what you can do. The voter has offered this to Biden. What can you do? Okay, we've got the Four of Pentacles, the budget. We've got walking away from what emotionally does not serve. The disenfranchised out in the cold. I mean, these are technically not good outcome cards, but I'm really getting a feel that this is to do with this break, this tearing down and destruction. This is my moral, ethical, and financial corruption card. Swords of justice and truth, and the best of democracy and the best of the justice system. Oh, significant ending, new beginning. Volatile information being brought forward. These are actually the same cards that came out in my RNC filing on the bottom. Significant ending, beginning, authentic reform, volatile information coming out, prosecutions for those that I'm really getting it's okay. What can you do with this? Secrets, certain elements want kept hidden. Walking away from the corruption and the best of the United States. Okay, right. So what I'm getting out of this is that those that have been not completely honest in their dealings, I'm really getting that the Biden-Harris government are going to basically be given the opportunity to have a good dose of salts cleanup. Am I right here, guys? Show me about, okay. Oops. A good dose of salts cleanup. And what I was just about to say was show me the GOP in this upcoming election. They've chained themselves to the devil. Show me the GOP in this upcoming election. How are they going to go in November? The GOP, how are they going to go in November? So the outcome I get there is for the Democrat, Biden-Harris, is that the voter is giving them the opportunity to have a good clean-up. So how's it going to go for the GOP in the next election? And the only way they can have a good clean-up is not just have a 1 or 2 majority, but have an overwhelming majority. Show me the Republican Party in the upcoming election, November election. How's it going to play for them? Okay, well, the first 2 cards out, there's devil energy, tied themselves to the devil, and it's going to be really heartbreaking for them. 3 spilt, 2 still upstanding, so it might be 3/5 they get, not the 2/3 that I was thinking about, but 3/5. Pretty close. Oh, it's not going to go well for them. Betrayal, heartbreak, loss, despair, because we've got the external card that was here for the progressiveness, the truth. Really pissed off. Excuse my French. At I shouldn't say that. Excuse my Australian. At the truth that is being brought forward in the past. Oh, it's going to be a tower moment for them. It's going to be an absolute explosive, blow the top off tower moment for them. Immediate future, be careful what you wish for. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. There's a lot of anxiety externally. Oh, drawn to the figure in red up there. Does that scream Handmaid's Tale to anybody? A lot of anxiety about this Handmaid's Tale utopia, Republican utopia that they're bringing forward. Women internally, women. They're not necessarily letting on, but I'm thinking Republican women. Oh boy. Yeah, they're going to be strung up, shook out, harsh truth coming for them because of their abuse, their win at any cost, stealing from those that are most vulnerable, and their manipulation. Could be that they're manifesting it for themselves, and an emotional overwhelming. A cleansing, it's my cleansing card. On the base, the infighting. Yeah, it's not going to go well for the Republicans. Okay, so it may be, I'm seeing 2/3, but it may be 3/5, which are similar for going the way of either independent or Democrat. See how it plays. That's for the House. I think the Senate will hold as well. So let's see how that plays. I think what's happening is the voter have said, right, here it is. Show us what you can do. Love to you all.